For over 50 years, humanity has been confined to low Earth orbit, with no human venturing more than a few hundred miles from the planet. While we've made some progress, building space stations, creating reusable rockets, and maintaining a continuous human presence in space for decades, it's not enough. The rapid advancements made by the United States, China, India, and private companies worldwide indicate that we are on the cusp of a new era in space exploration. Our journey into space has already brought immense benefits, but we must aim higher and farther. The next logical step is the Moon. The Moon is not a barren rock in space or a mere footnote in science fiction. It's a complex and diverse world, with mountains, valleys, and a horizon where Earth can be seen just as clearly as we see the Moon from here. Despite its proximity and potential, the Moon has been largely ignored. Many view it as nothing more than a brief stopover on the way to Mars, an idea that undermines its significance. The Moon is not just a stepping stone or a pit stop for fuel. It's a place where we can build cities and lay the foundation for humanity's expansion into the cosmos. Colonizing the Moon isn't a secondary goal. It's essential for our future among the stars. The Moon is the only celestial body other than Earth where humans have walked, and the first moon landing in 1969 was arguably one of humanity's greatest achievements. The US set a seemingly impossible goal: land a man on the Moon and bring him back safely within a decade. And we did it. The moon landing represented not just a victory in the space race against the USSR, but a monumental step forward for all of humanity. Despite this, we haven't been back in over 50 years. The Apollo program ended not because of any technological limitations, but because of dwindling public interest and government funding once the geopolitical goal of beating the Soviet Union was achieved. The truth is, we didn't lose the technology to go to the Moon. We lost the will. This lack of ambition is one of the greatest missed opportunities in history. Neil Armstrong, the first person to walk on the Moon, believed that lunar bases would exist within his lifetime. He died in 2012 without seeing that dream fulfilled. Yet, there is no technical barrier stopping us from building a lunar base right now. The technology is available, and the challenges are solvable with current capabilities. The primary reason we don't have a moon base is that we lost sight of the value of pushing beyond low Earth orbit. Today, the world is experiencing a period of massive change and uncertainty, just as it did during the Apollo era. The 1960s were marked by social upheaval, wars, and the constant threat of nuclear annihilation. Yet we still managed to go to the Moon. If we could do it then, we can certainly do it now. In times of crisis, striving for bold goals can unite people, inspire innovation, and drive progress. Colonizing the Moon could serve as a rallying point for humanity, a way to foster international collaboration and ambition. Going back to the Moon isn't just about exploring another world. It's about securing a sustainable future for life on Earth. Establishing a lunar base would bring practical benefits that extend beyond science fiction. Space colonization, especially on the Moon, could help address some of our planet's most pressing challenges. Critics often argue that space exploration is a waste of money better spent on solving problems here on Earth. While that concern is valid, it misses the bigger picture. The Moon has the potential to be a game-changer for Earth's economy and environment. One of the primary advantages of the Moon is its lower gravity, which makes launching spacecraft far easier and more efficient. The cost of sending payloads into space is significantly reduced when launching from the Moon, as opposed to Earth. Our planet's atmosphere and gravity mean that rockets launched from Earth need to reach speeds of 9.4 kilometers per second just to reach low Earth orbit. On the Moon, however, reaching orbit requires only 5.6 kilometers per second, allowing us to build larger rockets and carry heavier payloads. This ease of launch could enable more ambitious space missions, such as asteroid mining and interplanetary travel. A lunar base could also facilitate the development of new technologies and industries. The Moon is rich in resources like helium-3, a potential fuel for nuclear fusion, which could provide a nearly limitless and clean energy source. Other resources, such as rare earth elements, could be mined and shipped back to Earth, alleviating the environmental damage caused by terrestrial mining. Establishing a mining industry on the Moon would be an economic breakthrough, creating jobs and fostering new markets. In addition, the Moon's isolation and harsh environment make it an ideal testing ground for technologies needed for deep space exploration and even planetary colonization. By learning to survive and thrive on the Moon, we can develop the skills and tools required for future missions to Mars and beyond. Life support systems, habitat construction, and radiation shielding techniques perfected on the Moon could be directly applied to other worlds. Moreover, a lunar base could significantly enhance our scientific understanding of the cosmos. Observatories placed on the Moon's far side would benefit from minimal interference from Earth's atmosphere and radio signals, providing an unprecedented view of the universe. We could uncover new insights about the origins of our solar system and even detect signals from distant stars and galaxies. Colonizing the Moon isn't just a dream or a luxury, it's a necessity if humanity is to have a sustainable presence in space. The Moon offers a nearby, practical location for learning how to live on other worlds. Building a lunar settlement would not only serve as a stepping stone for Mars exploration, but also lay the groundwork for human expansion throughout the solar system. It is a critical first step toward ensuring the survival of our species. If Earth were to face a catastrophic event, having a self-sustaining human settlement on the Moon could be the difference between extinction and survival. The original Apollo engineers have passed the torch to a new generation of scientists and explorers. It's time we reignite the spark that sent us to the Moon over 50 years ago. We must reclaim our ambition and look beyond Earth's horizon. With new initiatives like NASA's Artemis program, the European Space Agency's Lunar Gateway, and private ventures like SpaceX, the opportunity to colonize the Moon is within our grasp. In conclusion, returning to the Moon is not an option, but a necessity. It's a launchpad for reaching further into the solar system and an opportunity to solve problems here on Earth. The Moon has been waiting for us, and now is the time to return. Not just to visit, but to stay. Humanity's future in space depends on it, and the benefits will reverberate across generations. It's time we rise together, back to the Moon and beyond. Join us in supporting the next giant leap for humanity. Let's make the Moon our gateway to a brighter future. Subscribe now.